a second to let me know it's recording. It is recording. Hi guys!
It's us.
Hi guys!
Hello.
Yeah, I feel like at the beginning of every one of these like podcast things, it's just me freaking out, making sure the thing's actually gonna record. So, yeah, hey guys, welcome back to another one of these podcast things. This one's a little different because we're talking about Fandersides, because we're all fans of Fandersides.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That's like 95% of my channel.
Same.
And I'm assuming if you clicked this video, you are also a fan. If you're not, what are you doing with your life? Also, why would you click this video? That kind of confuses me. So, go watch the new episode if you haven't, or if you haven't even seen the series, go watch that. That's good.
I was about to say, like, if you haven't seen the series, you're missing out.
Yes. But if you especially haven't seen the new episode, make sure you go watch that, because this is full of spoilers. I'm pretty sure that's kind of obvious seeing the title, and what was that?
I disconnected. It's fine.
Okay, that scared me.
I noticed that too.
It just was like, wait, what? Sudden noise. So yeah, so if you haven't seen the new episode, make sure you go watch that, because, there's gonna be a lot of spoilers. So yeah.
All the spoilers.
Tons of spoilers. So yeah. New episode. Thoughts on that? Speak.
So, I mean, I guess a good place to start with this would be, what was everyone's favorite moment in the video?
That was probably when I'm not an evil snake boy, I'm just a snake boy. I love that part.
That was great.
Love that. Also, Deceit revealing his name.
Oh, absolutely. As soon as he said my name, I put just a still shot of my face going, Zafina is shook, in our reaction video.
Yeah, that's hard. I think one of my favorite parts was actually when Deceit revealed, or Janice revealed himself, and was like, you know, I'm not Logan, it's Deceit, and just how he did it was just hilarious. But I'm also kind of sad because Logan.
I'd say one of my favorite moments as well is more because of the line that's said and how it's delivered, is when in the video game graphic, when Patton is the giant frog and he's accidentally hit Thomas with his strike, and Deceit says, "You've already taken things too far. The plane is going down." Just the way that that's said and delivered, I love that so much.
Yes, that was definitely just like, wow, okay. Also, like, Virgil and Remus weren't anywhere here, which makes sense considering, like, what happened with Virgil in the last canonical canon thing. Not ignoring the Asides episode, like, he literally was just like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm a dark side. I'm pretty sure the entire fandom already knew this. I honestly didn't.
I didn't.
You didn't?
Do you not know that?
I didn't even know it was like a big secret. I thought that was obvious. I was like, oh wait, this is a big thing?
Because I'm big dumb.
It was more of a thing, the reason that everyone reacted is because it was finally confirmed in the canon, because it was, until that point, it was fanon. So,
Reason I think that was because I didn't know.
Well, I thought it was canon. I thought that was like very, very obvious. You know?
Whenever I say that to anyone, they're like, what? You didn't know?
I mean, it's okay. Like, when I know this isn't the new episode, but when I first watched Intrusive Thoughts, and he was about to reveal something, I thought he was gonna be like, I used to be paranoia, because that's something that's been up in the air for, like, ever. But no, he just like, oh yeah, I was a dark side, and it's like, oh, like, I felt kind of understood, like, oh, that's the secret? That's, no one knows
It didn't. I screamed.
The fans have known this for a year.
blooper video, just like,
Oh,
oh yeah,
most
I
of us
know. Have you been on
can find
Tumblr?
something.
That's excluding me because I'm big dumb.
So, actually talking about the episode again, yes,
Back
there
on
was no
track.
Virgil or Remus, and
I was really sad about that.
yes,
I mean, obviously Virgil's my favorite character, so I was a little bit sad about it too, but at the same time, it's probably for the best that Virgil and Remus weren't there.
Yeah, probably.
Because can you imagine their reactions to what Roman said? That he's evil, obviously basing that off of Deceit being a dark side. Like, that could have undone everything that Virgil had worked for and severely hurt Remus in the process as well.
I feel
Remus
like
is
Remus will be severely hurt. Like, I mean, Deceit was the one that, like, was hiding all the dark, which this is why I think there was the little hints throughout the episode of the orange side actually being a thing, because Deceit was the one who was hiding all of the dark sides, and at least my theory is that the reason Remus got out was because of the court and Deceit wasn't watching him, so Remus got out because of that. But now that Janice is a light side, it's possible that the only other dark side will get out and they'll have to deal with that. But also I'm scared because
I'm really excited to see him.
I'm scared because I think Roman's gonna try to become a dark side.
Well, I have seen the thing of going around the fandom of reintegration of creativity, so merging Roman and Remus to go back to having like one creative side instead of two. I've seen that theory pop up a couple of times.
That would be crazy.
That would be crazy.
What I thought is Roman would try to be a dark side, but he wouldn't be good at being a dark side. Like, he'd be sort of like how Team Rocket is in Pokemon. Like, he's the bad guy, but he sucks at being a bad guy, and he's just like, I am evil, I will do evil things, and he just like litters or something really just not that bad.
If it goes down that path, which I would love to see, I think it would be really interesting to see a dynamic of Roman trying to use that could potentially drive the story forward, would be the way that he tries to be a dark side is to act like Virgil used to.
Oh.
Which of course would probably hurt Virgil immensely, but then again, Virgil used to hurt the others immensely by acting like that.
Well, another thing that's possible, and like this might be, because if you think about it, other than revealing that Virgil used to be a dark side, why take the break between the two selfishness versus selflessness episodes to introduce Remus? So it might be possible that Roman tries to team up with his brother Remus, and Remus is just chaos, and Roman sucks, like, assumably will suck at being a bad guy, so they'll kind of be threatening, but it won't be like, it would be threatening for the characters, but I don't think it'd be very dramatic for the viewers necessarily, if that makes sense. But that could lead to creativity being one side again, which that would be interesting, all in on itself. That's how that saying goes, right?
In and of itself.
In and of itself.
If I may, for just a moment here, I noticed this upon looking at the thumbnail again. I seem to be the only one on this boat because everybody else that I've spoken to seems to shoot this down real fast. Is that, you know, Deceit is Patton's dark side. Everyone seems to think that Virgil is Logan's dark side. But I tend to disagree with that. I think from day one that Virgil has been Roman's dark side, and everyone seems to go, no, it's Remus. But if you look at the actual thumbnail itself, you'll notice there are 4 dark sides, 3 light sides. And the way that it's lined up, it's almost like Remus is off to the side so that he's not actually a part of this because he's, you know, split off from Roman. It's Deceit is linked to Patton, Logan's linked to the one that we don't see yet, but Roman is linked to Virgil. If you look at the actual thumbnail itself.
Well, another
So, I stand by the fact that I think Virgil is Roman's dark side.
crazy.
I mean, it would make sense.
I have a theory on who the orange side will be, and I don't know the word to describe what it is, but basically the best way I can explain it is how when you're a child you don't see the bad stuff in the world, and it's like, oh, everything's nice, everything's fun, and you're curious, and like that stuff, like that childlike wonder almost. I think that's the best way I can explain it. My theory is that he used to be a good, like a light side, but then around when Thomas was a teenager, his anxiety started getting worse, and because of that, he didn't really like him that much, if that makes sense, and he started like pushing him away and seeing him as a bad thing and making him a dark side. I don't know, I just kind of think it'd be neat to see a light side, a dark side that used to be a light side, since there's a dark side that is now a light side.
Yeah. This is another random thing, if we're also going to talk about Roman here for a second, is that I've seen a lot of people talk about how Roman's the only one who seems to have the black and white thinking at this point.
Yeah.
And my thoughts on that is, I've not seen anyone else say this, but it's maybe the reason he has that black and white thinking is because of the fact he's separated from Remus.
Yeah,
Remus might be the one who's used to thinking in that gray area, and Roman can't do that.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Well, also, if you think about it, which I think this is why he was so mean to Janice at the end, is because the past 2 times Janice was there, he sided with Janice, and then Janice was seen as the bad guy in that situation. So in this episode, and like if you look at this, you can see him disagreeing with Patton, but then trying to agree with him, because he wants to be seen as a good guy, and when Janice comes in, he's trying his best to shoot Janice out as the bad guy, but
yeah,
he's in the right here, and I think that plus the black and white thinking, because of the black and white thinking, because of that's what caused him to be there, and I think that kind of tied together to why he just left, and that's why I think he's gonna try to become a dark side, because now he's like, I am not Thomas's hero, I have to be the villain, like, sort of thing.
Yeah, that's fair. And I feel like it's also important to note, we see how hard it was for Roman to accept Virgil way back in the Accepting Anxiety videos. He was against Virgil until the very last second. And I think that one of the reasons that he didn't even try to give Janice a chance at this point is because of the fact that he has not had as long to get to know Janice and kind of figure out, okay, well, you do have positive aspects. If we see how long Virgil was in the series before he was accepted, then you can see the difference between how long Deceit's been in the series before he got accepted. So I think that that's something that Roman's also struggling with.
Which another thing, because I've seen a lot of people be like, oh, Deceit is now a light side, which he's not seen as a bad guy anymore, but I don't think he's fully like had his redemption arc yet.
Yeah, neither do I.
Like, I think that's gonna be, because at least if what I heard is correct, there's gonna be a 2-parter, and that's gonna be the end of this season. I'm using air quotes because apparently these are divided by seasons. I did not know that. Anyway, but I think that if there is a 2-parter, that will be how I think it will play out is it will be Deceit, or Janice fully redeeming himself, everyone trying to get Roman to be a good guy again and just to stop thinking this very black and white mentality, and Virgil, since he wasn't in this episode, coming to terms with Janice being a light side now, and also Roman doing that.
I just had a thought that this is random, but in the video, I could be remembering this wrong, but I'm pretty sure that I am right about this. When it comes to the moment when Roman says, are you really gonna take his side, talking about Deceit, when he asks this, everyone kind of looks at each other, and Thomas is the one who says, or he says something along the lines of, "Are we really going to believe him?" Or he's the snake on the plane, or whatever. And Thomas is the one who says, "I don't think he is wrong." And immediately it's like he's the one who says it, not Patton. And he's also, I think, the only one who knows that Virgil's the dark side. Thomas is.
Well,
So
I
perhaps that was Thomas's way of saying, maybe the dark sides aren't all bad.
maybe. But then again, I feel like the sides, I don't know. It depends on, because we only see what like happens during the videos and stuff, and like we've only been into two people's room. So it really just depends on how things go on behind the scenes when the sides aren't sitting in front of Thomas and talking to him. Like, do the light sides even have any communication with the dark sides? Like, even though I don't think they would, like, I'd assume that if, I don't know, I just always kind of thought that they would know who a dark side and a light side is, or they would know of a good majority of the dark sides.
Yeah.
Because when Virgil was first showing up, he was a dark side. Like, just because he was showing up, I don't think that was necessarily him being, oh, I'm a light side now. That was just him being like, ha, I'm gonna ruin your life, sort of thing.
Fair enough.
So I do think
like,
that they
I'm
would
here to
know, but
that's fair.
I think it's more so that they, and I don't mean this in like, oh, they don't care about him, but I don't think they really care because he is now a good side, or a light side.
Yeah, he's kind of proved himself, so it's like it doesn't matter anymore.
I mean, I could see Roman not knowing, because he's just dumb and just was like, oh, you are? What? That doesn't make any sort of thing. But I'm pretty sure that the others would know.
Yeah, I feel like especially Logan specifically would kind of have this mentality of, hold on, you guys didn't know this?
Yes.
I thought this was obvious.
Logan is just the fandom at this point. Like, wait, you guys didn't know? Here's all of the evidence. No, someone had to point this out to me, but Virgil's name doesn't fit with neither the light or dark sides.
How do you mean? Oh,
you got Janice,
I get it.
Remus for the dark sides.
Yeah, I get
Logan,
it now.
Roman, and then you just got Virgil.
I think he might fit with the orange side.
This is just a thought. I just thought I'd put this out there. I think I see another reason why Roman is so against the dark sides in a way, because Virgil is the name of a Roman poet, and one of the, like, I'm not entirely certain, but the name Virgil is heavily tied into Greek or Roman mythology. Remus is from the story Romulus and Remus, which is about the two rulers of Rome, the founders of Rome, actually. And then Janus is a Greek god, or a Roman god.
Yes.
Sorry, I know Greek mythology better than I know Roman mythology. But the fact that that is a thing is kind of almost like all this is supposed to be mounting up against, obviously, Roman. And it's just a thought.
Well, if I'm correct, aren't all their names based off of Roman mythology?
Yeah, I think so. Ethos, Logos, and Pathos. But we're seeing, what I mean is, we're seeing the Ethos, Logos, and Pathos is a positive connotation, but the others are not. I don't know. I might be overanalyzing. I have a tendency to do that.
No, but going back to if Virgil's name goes with the orange side, that would be neat, because if my theory of the orange side being a light side who turned into a dark side is correct, then the two names would make sense for them to connect, because they both have been a part of both sides before.
Yeah.
So that would make sense if it ended with an ill.
Here's a fun question. What is everyone's prediction for what the new dark side is going to represent?
Childhood wonder. I already explained that.
Interesting.
childhood wonder and or curiosity. I don't know the word for it.
If you hadn't asked me, I could've
Curiosity,
told you.
child, inner child, sort of thing. Child.
Essentially, yeah.
Which also...
Only reason I'm doubting that at all is because of the fact that in one of the, it's not a blooper video, it was one of the things where they explain the Sanders sides.
Yeah.
They specifically said that Patton, in a way, represents the inner child.
Well...
But then again, that was a long time ago, so they could have changed their minds by now.
Well, also, like, I don't mean inner child as in, like, child, like, if that makes sense, because Patton is still a dad, and he is still mature. So I think immaturity is a better way to put it.
Oh, okay.
Sort of thing. Like I said, it's been forever and I've been struggling to find the word. Yeah, I think immaturity is the best way to put it. But also, and I kind of just thought of this, even though I don't think that they will be able to actually get the kid who did it, so all the 3 original light sides were based off of characters from the Vines. It'd be funny if this character is immaturity, that he is like an adult version of Kid Thomas from the Vines or something.
Legit question here. Were you guys in the fandom yet when Missy and pranks were a thing?
Who?
Okay.
don't think
That
so.
goes back a long time. Like, that was the very beginning of the series. And I'm talking before Virgil was introduced. Like, it was that early on.
Yeah, no, I definitely
Missy-
wasn't. I think
because
I
it was
joined
based on the
fandom
Vine.
around the Crofters episode.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I think I came in at that point as well.
'Cause
Actually, no, I don't know.
I'm old. Because Missy and Pranks were based off the Vine. Because Missy stands for misleading compliment. And Pranks were the little things that he would do going up to people and narrating
Yeah.
their lives and playing short jokes on them. So Missy and Pranks were sides, not dissimilar to Emily now. But way back at the very beginning, they were children, and they were the sides children. Like, they had to look after Missy and Pranks. Like, God, I feel old.
No, yeah, I think I joined the fandom around the Crofters episode because I remember the puppet episode coming out, and if I'm correct, Crofters is before the puppet episode.
I'm old. I remember when the first episode came out.
I don't. Obviously. I don't even think I used YouTube when the first episode came out. If I did, I was doing like my cringy old Minecraft videos.
Forget how long this series has been running. Because I keep thinking, Accepting Anxiety came out 6 months ago. No, it didn't. It came out 2.5 years ago.
It's been about. No. I was. Because I got on a call with a friend to watch the new episode again with them, and I literally did the math. It's been 9 months since Intrusive Thoughts came out.
Yep.
So
Really?
technically, yes.
Yep.
So that means someone could have had a child in between the time that the new episode and Intrusive Thoughts came out.
I just checked. The first ever Sides episode came out in 2016.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
It did. Oh my god. How long have I bequeathed my soul to this fandom?
You sold
your
soul to the
devil.
Oh
my god.
Give me your soul. Give me your soul. Seth.
I think that's why at this point I was so against Remus and even Deceit to some extent when they showed up, is because I've been around since the very beginning, so I'm like, you're new, I don't want you here.
Get
I
out.
want the
I just
OG
want
side, go away.
I just want my group of boys. I don't need this stinky rat man. I'm gonna be
Get
honest
rid of the
though.
stinky rat man, I want
I'm gonna-
Missy and
I'm-
Pranks
I'm-
back.
I'm gonna be honest though. Remus is like one of my favorite characters.
Remus is growing on me. I outwardly just abhorred him at first. But since this most recent video and just in general, I went back and watched Dealing with Intrusive Thoughts after I watched Putting Others First. With the mentality of, kind of watch this turning a new leaf. and I did, and I'm like, all right, Remus is growing on me.
Yeah.
Who are you, and what have you done with Seth?
Well, I mean, I think we kind of have to take some of the blame because we literally kept shipping her with him. So,
Yeah, we
well,
did
you
that.
guys did. But then
I
again,
did.
you also shipped me with Deceit for some reason.
Can we switch places? I'll be shipped with Deceit.
Yes, can we please switch places? I will. Sure.
No. No.
You heard it here first. Ship ZomPod with the Rat Man and me with Deceit.
No. Other way around. No.
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 Yeah.
All
Wait.
right.
No.
2 to 1.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I don't care. I will get an army.
Too bad. I've
Anyways, we're
already
getting off
killed all of your. Oh. Okay.
Nope, I mean, you can continue if you want. It's your podcast.
We should probably get back on track because
Totally.
we went from talking about the episode to talking about us being shipped with the characters.
Yeah, true.
What is happening?
What is life? I don't know.
I don't know.
Wow, this got deep.
Also, like, the episode, I mean, the predictions and stuff, especially for the one Pokemon scene, like how everybody was like, oh, it's a new which, and this is why I'm kind of skeptical that they're gonna introduce the new side anytime soon, because, like, how do I put this? They just introduced Remus.
Yeah,
An
I was
episode
thinking
ago.
that too.
So
I think that definitely the new side is being hinted at, but I doubt it'll be introduced.
well,
anytime soon.
also, it is possible, and this is just like a random thing, it is possible that the orange side is just creativity together again.
Oh shoot.
That might be why that might be who, because, and I
Probably
think
gonna see a
someone
lot
else
more
pointed
hints.
this out, I think I heard it somewhere, because the extra character slot looks a bit like Roman, a lot, I think
Yeah, I've
someone
heard
pointed
someone
out.
else say that as well, but it's 8-bit, and I have a problem
Yeah.
with people just being like, oh my god, it's absolutely this person. It's 8-bit, how can you tell?
Yeah, and I'm not saying it's absolutely that person, but that would be interesting if the orange side is just creativity.
Well, if I may for just a moment, again, be potentially a little bit over analytical.
right ahead.
Orange is the new color, obviously.
Yes.
And we could potentially be seeing references towards a Roman that accepts deceit, since, red and yellow make orange. So,
Oh, yeah.
it's just a thought.
But then again, oh my god, I need to see if I can actually find the image. Because you kind of need to see the image for it to make sense. Here
Are
it
you
is.
talking about the thumbnail?
Not the thumbnail, it's this frame from the episode.
The one that says... Because I was going to say I might be able to send it to you because I have a lot of screens. Don't.
Oh, I have it, so
Judging.
I'm kind of late.
You're gonna have to deal with it.
I'm gonna just send it for reference.
Okay, yeah, that's the one I'm looking
So
at.
there's a part where the score is in orange, and if you turn it upside down, that says hello. And then there's other parts where there's also hidden messages in the text that are that the colors coordinate to different sides. Like there's a part where a lot of people are like, "Oh, Remus probably put that there." I'm not going to say what it is because I don't feel like censoring it.
Fair enough.
But I'll probably just put it up on the screen or something because it's just numbers, it's just numbers. But and then in the same scene, there's purple text that's like worry, panic stuff, which Virgil.
Mhm.
But this is orange and it's saying hello, so that might be another hint that it is a separate person and not creativity. Because
Yeah.
I don't think that they could put messages in there if they're not together yet.
Yeah, I think this video, more so than any in the past, was just littered with Easter eggs. Because, I mean, I remember in the past there were a few here and there, but never to this extent. I mean, everybody had their hand in on putting an Easter egg somewhere in this video. And they were all over the place.
Yes, like, I need to just go back and try to find all the
Crack theory, what if the new side is just Leslie Odom Jr.?
No, the new side's Joan.
Yes.
Joan and his orange, their orange beanie.
Oh my god, the new side is Marco.
Just Joan's beanie.
Just Marco laying on the floor. Oh.
Perfect. There. We solved all the theories. It's obvious that the new side is just Joan's beanie.
Yep.
Yep. Everything else is very unreasonable and very obviously wrong. So we have the most evidence, and it's Joan's beanie. Thank you, and have a nice day.
That's it. Podcast over. No.
Yeah, podcast's over.
That's it, we're done.
Roll the end credits.
Oh my god, that's great. Going back to the whole Leslie Odom Jr. thing, can I just say that I was so stunned when the real Leslie Odom Jr. showed up. I was like, wait, what?
Me
I was
too.
like, I was not expecting the real Aaron Burr. What the heck, bro?
Mhm.
I mean, I wasn't complaining, but I was happy about it.
Yeah. No, that was definitely crazy. Something that I will say that kind of threw me off guard with, at least towards the end, is how, and I know the series, like, I know that it can work sometimes, but I feel like towards the end when Patton was like, I know who I have to say sorry to. Sorry, Leslie! Sort of thing. Like, I get it was supposed to be like a, diverting your expectations. He thought he was gonna. But then for him to just go and actually say sorry to Thomas was definitely a little, like, jarring for me, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I can see that. It was for me as well, but at the same time, I've just kind of come to expect that from
Yeah.
Patton. I feel like, in a way, Patton is almost the Pinkie Pie of the Sanderside universe.
Yes.
You just have to brush it off with its Patton logic. Like, that's just how it is. And so, yeah, it was a little bit jarring to me as well, but at the same time, you know, I think they immediately reeled it back in, so.
Yeah. Something that I think, and I don't know if I'm the only one who's noticed this, but when Patton skips over Logan's speaking, the cane that pulls him away is Deceit's cane that he uses
Oh my
later.
God.
So
You're not the only one who's noticed this, because everyone in my comment section has told me this.
Well, I haven't
Guess who
heard anyone
didn't
say
notice it?
But I also like how Logan kept some of his, which I don't know if I'm the only one who saw it as this, but I like how Roman kept some of his character development from incomplete. I don't know what the actual name of the episode is. The puppet episode.
Yeah.
Because at the end he's like, okay, this helps you deal with this stuff, I'll go with it, and how in this episode he showed up as like a little video game character. I think that kind of shows that development still, because I'm pretty sure if that episode didn't happen, he would just show up and just be like, okay, I'm not gonna do the silly video game stuff, I'm just gonna stand here and talk. But then again, they also kind of needed Logan to be out of the picture so that way Deceit could have a place to stand.
Also, and I noticed this as well in the video, is obviously Roman goes off on Deceit, Janice, whatever you want to call him at this point, but
Snake Boy.
before he does, throughout the rest of the video, he is genuinely trying not to make insults. He, at multiple points throughout the video, stops himself from making a lighthearted insult to Patton and one at Logan as well. But then Janice shows up and he's just like, nope, you're evil, screw you. And I noticed that while I was watching. I didn't say anything, but I did notice it. I was like, intrigued.
Well, I think that might be because, I think that also plays into he thinks he's trying to be on the good side all the time, and the past few times he's been on the quote-unquote bad side. So basically he's trying to not be any form of antagonistic against the light sides, because the past few times they have been correct all the time, and now he's just like, oh, well, I can't insult them now, because I need to be on their side.
That's fair.
At least that's how I interpreted it.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. That being said, also, can we all just for a moment imagine how much it must have hurt Roman when Deceit says, "It's a good thing you don't have a mustache, or I wouldn't be able to tell who the evil side was." Like, how much that must
Then
have hurt
again,
Roman.
Roman was a little bit of a jerk to Janice.
Oh, I agree. Don't get me wrong. I completely agree. He deserved it because he just outright laughed at Janice's name. Don't get me wrong. He deserved it. But at the same time, like, I try to look in the both sides of the coin.
Yeah, I agree. And, like, that's another reason why I think he's gonna try to be evil now. Because he's like, oh, I'm the evil twin. So I must be the evil twin. And, like, now, I don't know why, but I think it would be funny if Roman, now wanting to be evil, goes to Remus and they, like, make a Team Rocket sort of thing. Like,
I would be here
sort
for
of
that.
dynamic. And Roman
I would be here for that, absolutely.
That would be amazing. Well, because also, you know, video game references and continuing the train. Which,
legitimate question, who would be Meowth? The new side, that's it.
Perfect.
I was gonna say the Dragon Witch.
That too, that works.
Bring back everyone's favorite character.
Yes.
Apparently.
We need the Dragon Witch.
Yes, Dragon Witch. What was I gonna say? I completely lost my train of thought. I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, now this might have been slight foreshadowing, but the thumbnail for the first selfishness versus selflessness, was referencing Ace Attorney, which is a video game. So it might have been hinting at this episode being heavily influenced by video games. Just something that I
That's
noticed.
fair.
Yeah.
See, I would never have guessed that because I don't actually play video games much, so a lot of the video game references were lost on me in this video.
I recognized Pokemon, no, I didn't recognize a lot of them, but then again, I like a lot of the newer video games, so.
Well, fun story, the only video game console I ever had was a Nintendo Wii and I never used it, so I know nothing about video games, not PC. My mom we didn't have the money for it when I was a kid. And that's why I'm a PC gamer now, because it's the only gaming thing I've ever had.
Yeah. I had an Xbox 360, but then someone took it from me, and now they won't give it back.
That sucks.
Yes, it does. So, any more like theories or stuff that you noticed that y'all want to talk about?
I'm like looking through my comment section because a lot of people seem to the reason I say that is because a lot of people seem to put monologues in my comment section of their theories, and I'm trying to look at them and see kind of what other people thought and see if I can come up with a topic
Just a
idea.
little segment. Zafina's fans make
Zafina's
content
fans
for us.
sending me monologues. Yeah, really. Because the thing is, I try to read all my comments, and I was sitting there last night scrolling through my comment section. I'm like, Jesus Christ, guys, I did not ask for a novella in my freaking comment section. I gotta read this whole thing.
No, most of the time I just have like 1 or 2 comments, so it's pretty easy, and yeah, so it's mostly just like, okay, one person said good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have to do this one. I'm just looking through it because I remember multiple people were like, oh, these are the things, oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm trying to see like what other people pointed out, because I know we've talked about the black and white thinking thing. We've talked about different theories that have come up, and
Can I just say that Janice is a dork and I love it?
Wait, say that again.
Janice is a dork and I love it.
Oh, absolutely.
I love him. I love him so much.
Absolutely.
Especially, because I saw someone saying like the only reason he was so cold and cynical in the past few episodes is because he was he wasn't accepted and he was just trying to he was trying to help Thomas in the only way that he thought, and that way wasn't very good. So, but now that he's accepted and, you know, they know his name, he's just being himself and just being a huge dork, and it's just, I love it, and it's adorable.
I love him.
Yes.
I love him so much.
Yes.
Also, this has nothing to do with the plot line of the story, or of the video, but at the same time, can we just appreciate Thomas's ability to voice act, that at this point we can tell when Janice is lying versus when he's not, simply by the inflection of his voice?
Yes.
Oh.
Can we just appreciate that? I'm sorry. I love that so much.
Very much.
As a voice actor, I highly appreciate that.
As a voice actor who never gets voice acting roles, yes, definitely, very much. I don't know if the clapping got caught on the thing. There. Yeah, I mean, and spoilers for a video that I've been working on forever because procrastination, yay. I recently went through and watched all the, like, every single Sandersides episode, which, I mean, with quarantine, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are. But something that I noticed is, if you watch the first episodes compared to these newer episodes, Logan is a lot more emotional and expressive, but everyone's voice is a bit more extra, if that makes sense, especially Roman's, because, like, now he's like, you know, I am Roman, but at the beginning it was like, I am a Roman, like, sort of thing.
Up to, I think, moving forward, I could send you a comprehensive report on how everyone's character has been more solidified. And I'm not joking, I have this saved on my computer, a comprehensive report on how everyone's character has changed and solidified over the series. I don't know why I did this, but I did.
Only you, Zeb.
What else are we gonna do
Only
in
me.
quarantine?
No, this was long before quarantine. This was a long time ago.
How do you have time?
Hold on, I'm going to take a screenshot of this and send it so you can put it in the video and see what I'm talking about, because I swear to God this thing is it.
Just, like, see it on the screen, and it's just, like, going through, and it's, like, just like, Zafina, what have you done with your life?
Good question. I don't know.
Anyone know at this point?
If you do, please tell me how you figured out.
Well, it was just watching it and seeing things like how, first of all, they're not at all in the same places as they used to be in the
Well, at the
initial
beginning, they
video,
didn't
like,
even have actual places to be. They just kind of sat
Appeared
wherever
where they
they
wanted.
yeah, and some of it was like the lighting changed, obviously, and stuff like that, and
the
it
lighting
was
got
just
way
stuff
better.
that I noticed, and it's just stuff that I noticed, and I was like, I'm gonna write this down because why not? And I've got to find this stupid thing.
So which, note to self, or note to anyone who's ever gonna do, like, videos where they review stuff, don't stay up till 5 in the morning watching Sandersides and trying to take notes. Let me just pull up the notes that I took. Like, y'all can get a sneak peek in this new video, but none of these are gonna make any sense because I was very tired while writing these, and I'm gonna say them how they're typed because I made so many spelling mistakes. You're not. It's just what. Which also I'll need to do this for the new episode because I was expecting to get this video out before that, but nope. So take forever to load.
Aha, a comprehensive thingy. There it is. Finding.
A new year of lying to myself. Recap of 2016. Logan is still happy. He did educate himself. Logan doesn't care about health and stuff, more so education. First episode with all 4 of them. A lot of lying. First song. What is Virgil's dance arm movements? Song isn't best, but it's okay. Logan is somewhat singing. So this was, like, still fairly early. But as you get down to about here, Gorewing up. Patton is the only happy one. Word association games. Patton is trying to be positive. Unhealthy lifestyles. 5 a.m. Jones reaction. Oh no, Patton's sad. Logan doesn't understand humans' work. Warjol trying to make Thomas emo. Necktie. Thomas not happy. Logan realization. Danny DeVito. Mind Palace. No one wants to talk Patton's name.
Okay, hold on. This is... I've got the document pulled up. This is just the first few episodes. This document is how many pages long? 9? Okay.
What is wrong with what?
This is just I'll take more screenshots. That's the first few episodes. This is 9 pages long.
Why? How
Yeah.
do you...
What's it get up to? Which episode does it get to? Oh no, it gets to, it only gets up to accepting anxiety, and then I go into character analysis.
Please, you.
Save us from the torment.
If you want me to send more screenshots, I will, but Jesus Christ.
I'll just put the screenshots up on the screen and just really quickly. So
Here,
if
I'm
anyone
just
even
gonna-
wants to read them, they'll have to pause the video, and I'll just make
That's
everything
absolutely
very
okay.
inconvenient for anyone who actually wants to read this. Just so people can understand the pain it is of
Suffer.
So you know, suffer.
I'm sending them in order, by the way.
Good. Anyway,
just
back
wanted
to
put that out there.
what we were actually supposed to be talking about. Also, like, I get that he turned into a frog because he's Frogger and stuff, but, like, and I know a lot of people are like, only the dark sides are based off of animals, but I just thought it was interesting that if there's even a possibility that all the sides are based off, have, like, an animal tied to them, that Patton would actually be a frog and not a cat or something, like everyone else
Okay, that's the last one.
I forgot how to English. Expected.
I have to say that, I've always kind of thought that the light sides included, would be based off of animals as well, just different ones.
Well, I know, Talon said something about they had an idea to make an episode where they were all animals, but that eventually changed into the puppet episode. But I'm still kind of curious that if they did do that episode, what would that be like? Like, what animals would the designs be? It's just kind of like, I want to know.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
I've wondered about that myself a little bit, because I know that there's a big debate in the fandom over whether Virgil's animal would be a cat or a spider.
It's a spider. He has spiders all over
cat
his
spider.
room. Well, personally,
Cat spider. He is a cat
cat
spider.
Cat spider, alright.
Honestly,
Spider cat.
I don't.
Spider cat.
Okay.
Why do I love that so much?
What was I saying? Honestly, though, I don't really get why because I don't think this whole all the dark sides are based off of animals things really started until Remus was introduced. But even then, the only time he has hinted at having anything to do with animals is in the thumbnail of the video, and apparently has like tentacles on his belt or something. But other than that,
Remus is what solidified it. It started with Deceit.
well, yeah.
But Remus is more so what solidified it. So yeah, that's fair.
But my point is honestly, at least how I took it was it was referencing Ursula from The Little Mermaid, because he's a bad guy and like sort of thing. Like I just took it as just a reference or something. And then when everybody started like being like, oh, all the dark sides are based off of animals, Virgil's a spider.
Well, if we're gonna go with the animal theme based on what the character's wearing, because obviously Deceits have snake, Remus has the reference to the octopus or squid, you could go as far as to say that Virgil's jacket currently, the stitching, could be reminiscent of a spider web.
Yeah, and also again all
True.
the spider webs in his room, in which I
Also
don't
cat
mind
spider.
that headcanon. I just never really got it personally. But then
Yeah,
again, I
me
also
neither.
like the drawings of Virgil, which is these giant spider limbs out of his back, and it's just
Oh my
Like-
gosh, you've seen the
Also
comic
cat
dubs, haven't
spider.
you?
Shut up.
They're amazing.
Just bored and yeah. But point is, like, I don't hate it, but I don't get it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because, like I said, the only thing that references even Remus having anything to do with it is like hints here and there, but then again, you could chalk that up to just being, oh, since he's supposed to be the opposite of Roman, he has to look more like a duke than an animal, so there's only subtle hints instead of like. Everything went silent and I got scared.
So did I just reached for my mouse to see if my computer was freaking out.
Yeah, I just, like, everyone was silent and I'm just sitting here like, whoa, did I do something wrong? Did I say something?
I reached for my computer because I thought it was glitching again.
Oh my god, I hate when that happens. But yeah, so yeah, I don't hate the idea, but I just don't get it. That's
I agree with Cat Spider.
Cat Spider.
Cat Spider, yes.
Surprise, Virgil was Spider-Man all along.
Can swing from the web. No, we can't.
I just thought of something else that could happen that would be pretty funny.
What?
So, instead of Roman, well, this would kind of be that, but instead of Roman being like, oh, I'm Roman, I'm a dark side, him and Remus switch places, like how twins will like switch clothing and stuff. They just switch places.
Oh, like the twins, like
Yes.
Parent Trap almost.
Yes. And so everyone thinks it's Roman, but he's acting really weird, and they're like, wait a second, you're not Roman. And surprise, it was
What?
Remus.
Did Roman have to grow a mustache, or Remus shave
They
off
can
his mustache?
shapeshift.
Oh my god, they can! And they shapeshift as each other, though?
I mean, I'm
Yeah,
pretty
but-
sure Remus could just shapeshift the hair out of his thing. I mean, if Deceit can literally change his entire form to look like someone else, then I'm pretty sure that,
They can all shapeshift their forms to look like somebody else.
yeah,
That was
everyone
literally
can.
the whole plot line of the Friends video.
Yes, and the
My
Muppets
mind
video.
hurts.
Not even the
My
Puppets
mind.
video. They shapeshift into Joan and Talon and Terrence and Valerie.
Can
at
they
one point.
shapeshift into each other, like Deceit
Yes.
can?
Yes.
I believe they can.
I mean,
That'd be
hasn't
cool.
that happened? I thought there was another side who shapeshifted it to disguise as someone else at one point other than Deceit.
I don't remember. But
Yeah, I thought so. But also, it would make sense
Oh,
if
no.
Janice is the only one who can do that. Like, how come he gets to be special if he's the only one who can shapeshift into others?
My mind hurts.
I think we broke Watermelon.
What?
I think we broke Watermelon.
I don't know what you're saying before my name.
I said, I think we broke you.
Yeah, you did.
Oh.
You did.
Oh no.
I broke myself, but oh no.
Oh no, she's
My mind.
malfunctioning. Wait, let's use this as an opportunity to get her to stop shipping us with the sides.
yeah.
You can try, but guess what? That ain't never changing that. Wow.
That was a triple negative, by the way.
Negative, wait. No, if we ever
Whatever is
do a
probably-
Hunger Games thing on this podcast, I better not get shipped with Deceit again. Because
Oh.
that means
Oh, it
literally
better
anyone
happen.
who... I just realized mentioning it in this video
Guys.
might make people to agree with the ship. Oh no, Watermelon can
Everyone-
get support.
Everyone ship Zap with Remus, so home with Deceit. Okay.
No!
Yay, like, what the heck, guys?
Everyone watching is just like, oh my god.
They're just sighing, just shaking their head at my
Just
stupidity.
disappointed. Like, you guys are supposed to be talking about the new episode, and now you're talking about being shipped with
Shit.
Janice and Remus.
Clicked
And...
on this video. They clicked on this video. It's their fault.
Yeah, I guess. Clickbait, huh?
Oh, dear lord.
Is there anything else y'all want to say about the episode, or just anything in general? Because we've gotten so off topic, it's hardly even the topic of this video anymore.
The video was good.
Yes, go watch it again.
10 out of 10.
Also, like, the
If you
song-
haven't watched it, watch it.
the song was good.
If you haven't watched it, why have you made it to this point in the video? That's my
Yes.
question.
It's been almost an hour. How are you still here? We spoiled so much.
Why are you
Go
here?
watch it. Why are you here?
If you're here and you haven't seen it, what are you doing? Go watch
Yes,
it.
what
If
are
you
you
have
doing?
seen it, go watch it again.
Yes, go
Fair enough.
appreciate the song. It's actually pretty catchy.
It is. I'm so gonna, like, once that goes on Spotify, I'm downloading it and stealing it.
I hope
Just
it
kidding.
goes on Spotify. I don't know if
It
it will
better.
or not. I know there's
Better.
like,
If
people
it doesn't,
who
I'm listening to it on
uploaded
repeat on YouTube.
I know there's people who just uploaded the one clip of it, which is helpful because, like, I don't want to have
It
to.
takes effort to
Yeah, I
look up,
just scrolled
though.
past that on YouTube.
It takes effort to look up, though.
I just showed up.
I'm
in
just
my
scrolling to my
recommendation feed.
YouTube, and I found the Sanders Sides Q&A video from all those years ago, and it's
We
3
need
years
another one
old.
of those.
Oh my goodness.
What?
So many questions. We need another Sanders Sides Q&A
Oh, yeah, we do.
video.
I thought you said he made another
Dude.
one. I'm like, what? When?
Oh, I wish he
Um,
did. I know there's a video of a VidCon, and someone took a video of a Q&A where people could ask the side stuff. But, like, we need another video because I have questions and I want them to be answered. So, like,
I want answers.
give me
You
the
can't
answer.
handle the truth. That's not the exact line, but it's
Close enough.
close
No,
enough.
but, like, hey, if anybody who has any say in if there's another Q&A video, please make another Q&A video. Please. Please.
I just noticed that while looking up stuff for this video, I noticed I spelled Sanders side wrong.
Sanders sides.
Sanders side.
Osmond
Sanders
sides.
Sanders sides. Because I
Osmond
cannot
sides.
spell.
Osmond sides.
Sanders.
Sanders.
Damn.
It's like a bootleg Sanders side. Sanders side.
Sanders sides. Yeah, the first thing that popped up when I looked up SBS Redux Sanders sides is the rap.
So yeah, we should probably end this video because I don't think we can think of anything else to say. Yeah, I guess that's it. Also, like, this is nothing to do with anything that I have said in this video, but I've realized with editing videos and stuff that I say a lot. Like,
Me too.
Emergency joining back in on my phone because my Wi-Fi just went out.
Fun.
So I had to emergency join on my phone.
well, the video's ending anyway, so
But did you guys hear the last thing I said?
no.
Okay. Have you guys seen the video where it's the dad joke challenge of all the different?
Yes.
It's like 8 different
Yes.
YouTubers.
Yes.
And
Yes.
Tom's like, wait, I gotta get into character and pulls out Pat's glasses
Yes.
and the audience just
scream.
erupts into cheers.
Screamed.
Like the best video.
Yes, I loved that. It was just. Again, I don't know if the clapping is. There. So, yeah. Ending. Goodbye. I don't have an outro.
Bye.
I'll just say and it'll probably just cut off when I say because, you know, that's what I've done for the past few videos. Like, my outro is just me saying thinking that I'm gonna say more, but it just gets cut out anyway. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Go subscribe to these 2 people. They both make better videos than what you see here.
Oh,
so
stop! No!
ah,
Why?
Oh
Stop!
my gosh, now my computer is like, what?
Safina's having troubles.
I had to put my computer headphones back on because all of a sudden my Wi-Fi came back on, disconnected me on my phone, and reconnected me on my computer. Discord is just trying to screw with me today. Okay.
I'm telling you, we're cursed. So yeah,
really.
thank you for watching. Go subscribe to these two people. They make better content than me, and
Oh,
you'll see much
stop.
more entertaining
No.
stuff on their channels. So go check them out.
Oh,
And if
no.
you want
Lies.
to suffer, you
See,
can subscribe to this
Janice,
channel
stop.
because everything here is crap. So yeah, I
Stop
hope
being
you have
self-deprecating.
fun. I hope you have a nice day and goodbye. I think
ZomPod's channel's great too.
goodbye. I guess.